Tonight. Adam Kuhn is the last overall undefeated wrestler on the Michigan roster. We're looking to see if Kuhn can continue to dominate as he takes on Tyler Kroll in tonight's match. Back to you guys.
And at 184 pounds, Tanner Lynde of Purdue taking on the number 2 ranked wrestler in the country, Dominic, the Dominator, Abounader.
Did you set me up for the Dominator? Excuse me.
I was waiting for it, but you know what? I filled in.
Oh, great. I love it. But Abounader underneath. So Lynde with the front head situation. You got to let me know next time. A little sooner.
A little sooner. I'll give you a better cue. Dominic Abounader, he's a junior on this team, hasn't redshirted. He's a true junior in his 3rd year at the University of Michigan. This is the best we've seen him. Number 2 in the country, has never been ranked this high. Only second to Gabe Dean of Cornell. That's his only loss this season.
And Abounader snapped down to a high crotch. And now he gets to his bread and butter, the top position. Dominic Abounader makes his money here in this top position. And if you're a young wrestler out there watching, watch how he controls not only his hips, but the bottom man's hips as well. He knows exactly how his leverage is going to pick up points for him, and he uses it to his advantage. So Abounader, we go out of bounds, 1 for the neutral as Abounader says, I'm going to bring Lynde back up to our feet and continue to look for bonus points as he knows that this is what the team needs. So Lynde staying in the ties, fighting heavy with the hands, and Abounader in on a high crouch. Knee pull single and immediately gets the takedown. And Lynde doesn't want to keep that right leg tucked. He has to work better from the shot to get that right leg out. 32 seconds left here in the first period.
Dominic Abounader wants to get bonus points here. Just coming off of his trip to Rutgers, was able to get a 16-0 tech fall against Anthony Pafumi of Rutgers. He improved to 13-0 in dual competition this season. And that's the story of that upperweight gauntlet that Kayla was talking about. Not only are they undefeated at 184-97 in heavyweight, being 40-0, but they're also 28 in bonus points. And there is Dominic Abounader, as I mentioned, 18-1 on the season. He's a junior majoring in sociology.
Only loss, as you mentioned, coming to Cornell's defending NCAA champion, Gabe Dean.
A Michigan native in Gabe Dean.
Lowell Red Arrow.
Yep, I was going to say it. Took the words out of my mouth. State champ from Lowell High School here in Michigan. Wrestles over at the Ivy College in Cornell.
So Abounader sits out, gets his hips up immediately to the underhook, and expect for him to get back to his offense early. And Lynde, wow. Lynde in on a swing single on the right leg of Abounader, but Abounader too strong with his hips.
And that's why he's so good on top. It's his hips. He knows how to use his hips better than any wrestler, arguably, in the NCAA. He's in the top 10 at least.
And blood time again for Lynde. Not sure where it's coming from. Looks like it's coming from the mouth of Lynde.
Abounader able to get a quick drink of water and some nice quality time to talk to his coaches, see what he needs to tweak here.
Some nice quality time with the coaches.
I tell you what, when I wrestled, that was my favorite point in a match. Knowing that there was blood time and I could get back to my coach's corner, get some minor tweaks.
Continue to improve during matches is the goal for each wrestler. And how else can you advance yourself than getting some advice
from Sean Bormett, Coach Joe McFarland, those guys in your corner, I tell you what, they told him exactly what he needs to do to improve in this match.
So Abounader again in on a single leg, comes up to his feet, textbook technique, shelves it, comes up to his feet, kicks the back leg out, gets the 2 for the takedown. Just impressive.
Absolutely phenomenal wrestling from Dominic Abounader. We always mention that he's great on the top, but boy, I'll tell you, he knows how to take his opponents down too. You can't get on top without those takedowns, and he's been looking great. Getting to each one of his shots here against Lynde. Looking again for that bow and arrow.
And Lynde reaching back and grabbing Abounader's leg, so potentially dangerous. Good call, as expected, from referee Michael Chase. Done a great job.
Great calls so far here. Between the stall calls, the potentially dangerous calls, and those tough on-the-margin calls, while those fans in Cliff Keen may not have liked the calls, he made the right decisions.
Absolutely, and that's what you need, is someone out there that's not going to allow the crowd to get into their head. They're out there to do a job, and that's referee the match and not listen to the crowd, and they've done this here tonight.
It's a great pair here with these reps. And Tanner Lynde, 0-4 on the season, the redshirt junior, a sales major over at Purdue. He starts in the down position to kick off this third period. Dominic Abounader has the extra point of riding time. It's locked in.
So now if you're Lynde, you have to start thinking about removing points that are going to go towards bonus points. So you need to put points on the board to take away the 4 that Dominic Abounader has locked up right now for the major decision.
Because the major's there. This will be the 6th major decision of the dual meet if he's able to get it here.
So back to work in the top position, working the hips of Tanner Lynde.
And we may be saying major decision, but Abounader is not happy with just that. Picks up the stalling warning against Lynde. He is looking to get more near fall or potentially a fall here in this match with 50 seconds left on the clock.
Controlling the hips of Tanner Lynde. Not only Tanner Lynde, but controlling the hips is why Dominic Abounader is so great. He switches sides unlike anybody else in the country from the top position. And Abounader talking to the referee, not something you see a lot.
Seems to be getting frustrated by Lynde, saying he's not doing anything on the bottom. He said, let's work, let's wrestle.
And that's what makes Dominic Abounader so great. He has the major decision locked up, but he's not happy with that. He's not content with the major. He's not just happy with the win. He's looking to make key fixes, and he wants his opponent to wrestle 7 minutes, and that's all you can ask.
And there he goes. He gets the 1 point stalling because the bottom wrestler is not doing anything. And I tell you what, Dominic Abounader is going to be upset after this matchup. Most wrestlers will say, hey, I got a major decision, won the match.